Hi, this is Cathy, and thanks for coming to my channel. Today I'm excited. I'm starting early for Christmas, and I'll be making a spool advent calendar. Now, I've never made one before, and I have watched some YouTube videos. I am doing it a little differently than what I've seen on the video, just in the base construction. This will be shown to you in several videos. Today I'm going to show you how to construct the base, how I constructed the base. Okay, first things first. I purchased these plastic spools from eBay, and you can buy them individually, but if you buy them 3 in a pack, you can get them for, I paid $10.99 for 3, so I didn't think that was too bad. That could give me 3 advent calendars that I could make. Certainly this project, making the base as I did, you could make a Thanksgiving spool gratefulness, I don't know what you'd call it if it wasn't a calendar, but a spool journal thing. But I'm making an advent calendar. And I've started already. First, I went and purchased, I knew these are about 4 1/4 inches tall, a little over 4 1/4. So I knew I wanted ribbon that I purchased that will be the base of the advent calendar to be 4-inch ribbon. It wasn't easy to find, but I did find one color at Hobby Lobby in the Christmas section, so it was 50% off. Let me show you what I got. I got this big, huge roll of ribbon, and it was $10.99 and then half price. It has 30 feet. And it is 4 inches high. It's lucky because I was looking for black check as the base, so that my reds and greens and such that will go on it will really pop. Originally, I also thought of possibly doing some burlap. In fact, they did have some burlap. I thought this would have been cute, but this was only 2.5 inches tall. So I'm going to find another way to use this in the project. And I'm excited because I will be using the ephemera from Caroline's Craft Tree Christmas package. She has a mega Christmas Digi package, and I've cut up many of the things already, but let me show you. Beautiful colors. I printed it on cardstock. It really is going to just turn out perfectly as far as colors. I have a lot of fussy cutting to do. And I did print some things on coffee dyed lace paper. And these things are things that will be going inside some pockets and such that I put in the calendar. These are her vintage recipe cards. This is not in the Christmas kit. You have to purchase these separately, but they are fabulous. Especially if you're making any sort of recipe, Christmas recipe journal for someone, these would be perfect. And here are some of the other ephemera digis. They're so pretty. And they kind of, I like them for the style that, I'm kind of doing a home style, vintagey kind of, and the colors fit perfectly. So they're not the volume is the loud reds and greens. They're a more warm-toned colors. You get really tons of ephemera. in these. And these are the numbers I'm going to use for the calendar. And then she has some wonderful envelopes and such. This was a misprint because I needed to make it smaller, but I decided I'm going to use this and fussy cut around the holly. These are cards and such, and I printed 2 sets on a piece of paper so that they would be smaller and be appropriate for the size of my advent calendar. Beautiful. I did the same thing to the envelopes. I printed them. Actually, these I printed 6 to a page, so I almost did 3 times smaller. These. So normally if you were to purchase the kit, they would be large like that last one. I think I showed you. Where is it? They'd be large like this one. Regular size for a journal. They're just some beautiful pieces. Different kinds of pockets. And then I have stuff that I've already cut out. I made the postcards very small. And just, there's such a variety, and the colors are so beautiful. I'm so excited about doing this. These are little envelopes, the same thing. I printed 6 or 8 to a page. You kind of just look at, you know, what your printer can do. Pretty envelopes. Then we have tags. And I made them a lot smaller. I think I printed 12 to a page. Beautiful. Beautiful. And more tags. So these are going to be really cute on the calendar. Pockets. I want to make this interactive so you can take things out, that you can get a little surprise every day, starting with the countdown. See how cute they are? They're so cute, this little coin envelope. Whoops, I love it. Okay, so enough gloating over this beautiful package of Digis. And let's get started on how I'm going to do the base. So first thing I did, which I've already done, is I took some of the ribbon and I covered this inside. Because at any time, if something, you know, I didn't want to be able to see the clear inside of that. And the next thing I did, before I remembered I had some circle dies, some scallop circle dies, is I took this off and I was going to use it as a template to build on the top and the bottom of the spool. But when I realized that I had some circle dies, scallop circle dies, I cut them out, and each of them will have, I really wanted to make them thick, so each of them will have a thick bottom, or a thick double in this black cardstock. Like that. And then the top one will be like this. and that will sit on here. But even that profile I didn't like very much. So what I'm going to try to do right now is I'm going to try to put a circle of foam underneath this to lift it up. But I'm going to lift it up between the red and the black. I'm going to glue the the black on first. And I'm first going to use my double-sided tape. Just so I know, because I know this works on plastic. So I'm going to do this. Go right over that center hole. And one more. I don't want to hang it over the edge, really. Okay. Take my little pokey tool and try again. Okie doke. Have you ever watched The Posh Paper Lady? I'm always amazed at how easily she takes off the top to her double-sided tape. With such ease, she never has to, she does it with a finger blade, but still, always amazed at how well she does it. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So we're going to put down this one. I'm going to do it like this so I can see that it's in the middle. Next is going to come the red. So I'm going to try on the red to put some dots or squares. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. I'm going to try to put them kind of up to the corner. Skipping like every 3. some in the middle. Okay. I'm not convinced this will work, but let's give it a try. Now, if you don't have access to a spool, you could, you can always use a toilet paper roll, cut it and tighten it, and then cut circles on the top. And that'll work fine. Okay. Well, I think that's going to work. Then we have this black one, and I'm going to glue these. Let me move this stuff. Trying to be a neater crafter. It doesn't bother me, but I know some people that are very organized and neat probably cringe at some of my stuff. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to put this on it. And while I'm here, I'm going to take this and put this on it. Okay, next I'm going to put more foam stickies on this. Okay, and on this one. Okie dokie. And one more time. Okay. And while I have this out, now if you, instead of using these foam things, if you have one of those cutters that could, I could have probably done this on my Cricut Joy and done it with layers of craft board. But you know how it is, getting out more tools. Okay. And we're going to take this one. And we're going to go right there. And then one more. And we're going to go right there. So the profile on the side is good, on the top is good. I like that. And then on the bottom, I was originally going to do this so that you can see the red through. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it like that. No. No. I think what I will do is glue this, and then what it really needs on the bottom probably is, a piece of felt would be nice. I'll do it like this. And that means I have to You're gonna see the tape. I don't like that. I have to think of something to do. I could actually split this and put it around the inside, which is what I might do. But let me worry about this first. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try this. First, I'm going to glue it. Then This is about, how thick? A little over 1/2 inch thick. Okay, let's just do it. Let's bite the bullet. I know what it needs. It needs this. How am I going to get it in there? Let me cut it all the way. Even more. We go in on one side and do half. And the other side. Okay, let's see if this works. No. Just about. Just needs a little trim because I didn't listen to myself when I said it was a little more than 1/2 inch. Okay. So that's better. I'm happier with that, except it still needs a little trim. And let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm much happier now. Good. Now we want to make sure this fits, and it does. Okie doke. Now the next thing I want to think about is how many inches do I want for each day of the Advent calendar? So I know I have I have a little less than 30 inches, but let's think about this. I think probably a good amount would be 8. So let me do some math here. If we had 8 that's not going to work. Oh, it's 30 feet. I'll have plenty. 0 care the 4, 200 inches, 12 into 200 goes 1. 80 goes about 7 times, 6 times. Okay, I want to make sure I have enough. So, before I do any of that, this is going to come around and be attached first. So I want to leave room. I'm not going to have it attached. Am I? I am going to have it attached while I decorate it, so I can tell if it's too thick or not. So once I start decorating, I'll have to start probably about right here, right? So, you know what I might try to do, which I think will work better, is take a piece of paper again. This can't be more than 4 inches. So let me use my cutter. And I'm going to cut down to 4 inches. And I don't think I need more than 2 inches. We'll see. What happened? There we go. I sure do need more than 4 inches. I mean, more than 2 inches. Okay, this is how much I need. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to slather this with glue. I'll put that there. I'm going to wrap this around and then slather this with glue. And the reason I'm doing this is so that the ribbon will stick. I know the ribbon will stick to the paper. Well, I don't know that, but I think it'll stick more to the paper than to itself. Good. Now, get rid of this stuff. I'm going to slather this with glue. And take the ribbon, lay it right on top of the paper, and wrap it rather tightly. Just like that. And I'm going to let that dry. And after I let this dry, I am going to cover both the top and this portion with Mod Podge just to seal it. And the bottom. But next, my job is to measure off 8-inch increments, starting from about here. Okie doke. And I'm going to cut this with the banner edge. Well, that certainly wasn't a banner edge. Let's fold it together in half. That's better. Okie doke. So, I also want to see how, well, I can't roll it back on itself. But that's all we're going to do today. Is the base is done, and our next step will be decorating. So I hope you join me next time, and I hope you craft along with me and try this out. We'll both be learning it together. You have a great day, and thanks so much for watching. I would really appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'd love to have you. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.